All right, fans, welcome to SNJ. I'll be right back with Friday NFL Draft. Stay tuned. All right, Dolphins fans, and welcome to all my sports fans. Welcome to SNJ Sports. Tonight, I'll talk about draft. I'll talk about the Miami Dolphins roster. A lot to talk about. Key players that need to step up in 2025, and we know them already. Who needs to step up? But you'll see in a few minutes. But let's look at the draft pick. Okay, draft pick. I like Cam Ward to go to the first round to Tennessee, and I'm gonna break down just Tennessee for now, and Miami, of course, looking for an offensive lineman. With the controversial thing with Ramsey that don't want to play no more longer in Miami, wants to be traded, want to experience another team. Issues are going and coming and going for this ball club. Fans are disappointed, guys, and I don't blame them at all. Can't blame them. But anyhow, let me get to the draft lineup real quick. Each team that's going to be first round, of course, we have Tennessee, Cleveland, Giants, New England at fourth, fifth, Jacksonville, sixth, Las Vegas Raiders, seven, New York Jets, eighth, Carolina, ninth, New Orleans, 10th, Chicago, San Francisco 11, Dallas 12, Miami 13, Colts at 14, Atlanta at 15, Arizona at 16, Cincinnati at 17, Seattle at 18, Tampa Bay 19, Denver 20, Pittsburgh 21st, 22nd, the LA Chargers, 23rd, the Green Bay Packers, 24th, Minnesota, 25th, Houston, the Rams at 26, Baltimore 27, followed by Detroit at 28, then Washington, the Commanders at 29, then Buffalo, Kansas City, and of course, Super Bowl champ Philadelphia at 32nd. Guys, I'm going to talk about the Miami Dolphins. This is my concern for the Miami Dolphins in 2025. Protection. Protect Tua. But see, I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, guys. I don't think a lot of players in Miami are happy, especially in the ball club or in the football team, whatever you want to call it. I mean, suddenly, the moment the Dolphins goes 0-3 at the beginning of the season, I'm going to say Tyreek Hill said, I want out. And this is the chance that Greer has just to clean house. Because, listen, I'm going to say something. And it's going to sound kind of hard for you Dolphins fans and sports fans. We're back to a rebuild. We're back to the same old thing. So are you going to pay a quarterback that has a hip injury, concussion, history? See, this is where, well, listen, I love Tua, guys. I really do. But now I'm in a limbo. So you have a great ball club. You probably got the best running backs. You probably got the best wide receivers. But now you're going to let this drain out completely the season. I don't know, fans. I'm very upset. I am very upset. And listen, they're going to draft a cornerback, okay, because Ramsey is leaving. But let me tell you, I was looking at the roster, which I am right now. You got Ethan Borner, fast guy, very athletic. Why don't you give him a chance? Okay. Now here's what happened with as fans, and I'm gonna say this guy because it is true. Then we have Artie Burns, we just signed. Okay, from Seattle. Then we got Ryan Cooper Jr., also played for the Ravens. And these are cornerbacks, guys. You can see how many we have. We have Storm Duck. Well, some games Duck has a good game, and some day he has bad games. That's everybody, guys. Now, my thing is, are you going to put a rookie? Once you draft a rookie, you're going to put him to start right away? That ain't going to happen in this league. I'm going to tell you right now. Right? Then you have Isaiah Johnson, another cornerback. And we got a lot. We got Kadu Kohu, Now, I know what you're going to say. Man, he gets burned, he gets beat. Listen, this is why you got a defensive coach. This is why you got a skill coach. This is where you got to put your players and teach them. This is where you got to be in a room studying your films every single day to get better. That I blame on McDaniels. I can't blame Weaver. Weaver just come in last year. But come on, guys, this got to stop. Then you got Jason Mitre, another cornerback. They played pretty well, by the way. Then you have Cam Smith. One day he's good, one day he's bad. And apparently to Mike Greer conversation when he had the meeting, they feel comfortable with Cam Smith. So why are we spending more money, or why are we going to go after a cornerback? Can you tell me that? That makes no sense. You saw how many I name you right now? How many are in the team? Of course, Ramsey is still with us, so he's going to be traded. But at the same time, guys, what a waste of I mean, is it management thing? Is it something that the Dolphins forgot how to manage? You got players. If they're not good enough, then release them. Let them go. That's all I can say. If they're not good, release them. Why you keep them? And then you sign all these cornerbacks. And listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to bring a player down in any circumstance. If a player is not good enough, why do you sign him and pick him up? Now, I'm a firm believer that every player plays different systems. See, Miami right now are loaded in their defensive side. People complaining. The only position I think I'm worried about, okay, is the position where Zach Sealer plays. Why? Because there's nobody to back up that guy. He's the only guy. They need to draft somebody to help this guy out because he can't play this whole 17-game season. It's impossible. He's a great player. Not taking anything from Sealer. But, guys, we need help in that position. It is so sad what's going on with the Miami Dolphins. It is so sad. But here's my key players of this year. And I want you to understand why I put these players in the way I did it. Dolphin players who needs to step up in 2025. All these players right here that I'm showing you on my screen right now, they all were injured. Waddle has to have a better year. Most definitely. I mean, and one thing, he needs to catch the ball. Tyreek Hill needs to leave out the field out of the field, and focus on football. Listen, I understand you got personal life, you got some issues. Okay, but you can't bring that to the field because that's going to hurt the team regardless. People say that's not true, George. Trust me. Whatever goes around comes around. Then you had A-chain injury. You had concussions also. Then you had Tua hip. Not concussion because he had one last year, but now you had the hip. And the most interesting one with Tua that really had me thinking, guys, is when they said he had a little fractured chip on his hip, and they would continue to play, it would end up his career. All right. Now I'm in limbo here. So what happened if he gets hit in the hip this year? I'm just saying, guys, let's be honest to this, man. I'm trying to be honest with my Dolphin fans, okay, and sports fans. If you don't feel comfortable, because watch what Greer said on the last meeting. We're drafting a quarterback, no matter what, which is available out there, So there's some good ones out there. I'm not going to tell you they're not, but are they going to start right away? Is Zach Wilson your actual guy that could back up Tua? Now, I understand Zach Wilson has been all over. Okay? But come on, Miami. You could have drafted something better than Zach Wilson. But now we are the fans, and we're going to give the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to wait till 2025 what happened to the Dolphins. I'm going to say it now. And I've been saying this, and I love my Dolphins. I've been a Dolphins since, listen, I was born in 1966 when the franchise started. I went to the first game when I was 7 years old, 1972 undefeated season. Okay? My thing is this. Okay? If you want to get players to fill your stadium up, I don't want that. I don't want big name players to fill my stadium. Just give me W's and give me a freaking playoff win. And this team, it looks like they cannot do it. And with the roster right now, what they have, guys, listen, Tua is in for a long season. If you don't get protection, now, I'll talk in a few minutes. The guy that we picked up, Daniels from the Pittsburgh Steelers, which also is coming from an injury, from an Achilles injury. Okay, great offensive tackle. Not going to take that away from him. The tight end they picked up also from the Chicago Bears. Great tight end, great blocking tight end. But Juice Smith had a great season. And this is a coach that never believed in tight ends. But last year, he had to use a freaking tight end. Why? Because, listen, McDaniel's strategy has to change. He needs to manage the team better. He needs to make better decisions. Or we're in for a long season, guys. Okay? Play calling needs to get away from him. I'm serious. Now, I give him kudos for what he did with Tua by developing Tua, but that was it. He developed Tua. They bought Tyreek Hill in. That Waddle came in. Because let me tell you, when Waddle and Gesicki was here, Tua was having a good year too. Just his injuries. So really, we don't need Tyreek Hill. But Gesicki was having a good year. Gesicki's a heck of a player. Look what he's done in Cincinnati. All these players that Miami releases, and they go to another team, they look much better than when they do. So my issue is, there is an issue in Miami. They need to fix it. Now, don't blame Stephen Ross, because you know what? Everybody wants to blame the owner. But guess what, man? He has paid the paycheck. He has paid the money. What happened is the player has not developed in Miami. So where's the development? In the money that I pay you, or the coaches that are around you has not been developed? I mean, 2025 for the Dolphins. I'm going to say the truth. They're in a major hole, man. In a major hole. How they're going to fix this, guys and girls, I have no idea. And I'm trying to remain positive, guys. And I make this video because, listen, I know we have a lot of Dolphin fans out there that love their team. But it's getting to a point that's getting very annoying, disappointed. Fans are mad. Listen, fans are not going to fill that stadium up if you're not going to win. You're going to see that the hard way this year. Dolphin fans, I mean, I'm sorry to tell you that. But anyhow, looking at the Dolphin roster, okay? So Ron Armstead, we know that he retired. Okay? Smythe was let go. Raheem Mostert. Now, it's funny how we let Raheem Mostert go to the Raiders. And then we pick up the Raider. What? It's like we did an exchange with a running back. It's funny, right? What is McDaniel looking for? What is Greer looking for? You know, I like when Greer said this in the meeting the other day. We want to win as much as you do to keep you guys off our back. Really? Think about that question when he said that. Me and Mike want to win more than what you guys expect, because we don't want you. Of course, we're going to be on your back because you're not doing the freaking job. Listen, not that he's a bad GM, if you want to call it. I mean, time goes, because he makes some good picks. He makes some good draft pick. But this time now is McDaniel doing the pick. I don't think he's going to be on the combine. I mean, which I think he wasn't on the combine this year. In the draft, I don't know. He's going to be there because he's going to probably make a decision. But listen, we can be back on the drawing board. I mean, come on, guys. It's been 20-something years. And you have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Be honest with you. I mean, I look at this team and I ask myself. But anyhow, just a reminder, the draft will be April 24th. I'll be live at 8 p.m. Listen, I'm going to go round by round only on the first round. I'm not doing second or third on the next day. If I do, I'll probably do updates for that draft pick. But that's what I'm doing for Friday at 8 p.m. So, and once again, man, the guys need to step it up. Here they are, man. You know, unfortunately, all these players injured. So, what can Miami do to avoid this injury? And listen, I understand injury happen in football, but what can they do to avoid it? So I'll leave you guys with that. Um, one thing too, I want to read. Give me a second. I was reading here a few minutes ago. Uh, with Ramsey want to be traded, okay, the Dolphins needs to focus and address that they need secondary and offensive line during the upcoming draft. So this is something Miami and fans, I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? With the roster that Miami has in 2025, I don't see no more than 6, probably 7 wins for this team. Unless a miracle comes down. You might disagree with me, but we have lost a lot of good players. Now, yes, I understand the salary cap. Yes, I understand that there's a budget. So my question to you is this: why do you pay them? Why do you bring him here? Because everybody thought Tariq Hill when he came in, oh, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it again. One player do not determine the Super Bowl. It takes the whole 53-man roster. Okay? Unfortunately, that's the way I see it. I could be wrong. You could disagree with me. That's fine, guys. But at the same time, the Dolphins needs to address this issue, and that is to get everybody to play together as a team. That goes from the general manager to the owner, whatever, coming down to the coach. I'm gonna say something that probably shock you. I think we're gonna have a heck of a defense, to be honest with you. Now, can defense win games? Yes, they can. But it's gonna be tough for the Miami Dolphins this year. Unless something good happens. And that's all I can say. But anyhow, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much. I appreciate for those that have subscribed to the channel. You guys hope you guys had a blessed resurrection this Sunday in church and this weekend with your family. There's a lot of shorts video out there. Please check on it. Be sure you hit the like button. Be sure you comment. That's very important, guys. Comment, hit the like button. And once again, man, thank you for joining in. And you guys have a blessed night. And once again, Sports Night with Jorge. This year, we'll cover the Miami Dolphins. Now we got playoffs coming up too. The NBA playoffs, which is already started. And we got the NHL playoff. So once again, thank you so much. You guys have a great night and see you soon.